Okay, so let's speak a little bit now about electrode placement, right? So let's start with the basic limb electrodes, right? Okay, cool. So there's an easy, so okay, all of these leads, right? They're labeled, so you don't have to sweat it too hard, right? If you ever see a cardiac monitor or an ECG, you know, everything is labeled, but it's still good to kind of have an idea of how this thing works, right? So you're going to start on the left, right? And there's this saying, smoke over fire, right? So fire is below smoke. So let's draw that. So remember, we started on the left, right? So here I have my fire, right? And here I have my smoke. So all we're saying is that the left arm electrode is the black one and the left leg electrode is the red one. That's all we're saying. All right, start on the left side, smoke over fire. And then if this is the red light, then this has got to be the green light. Okay, so right leg is green, and by therefore we could also extrapolate that if this is black, then this is white. All right, and that's it. Those are your limb electrodes, right? So smoke over fire. Let me use the pointer. Smoke over fire, red light, green light, black and white. All right, cool. So then those are the limb electrodes, right? Now we have to speak about the precordial electrodes for the 12 lead ECG. So this is another point that I think isn't well clarified in a lot of, you know, texts and in the discussion of ECGs, right? So I'm just going to clarify it now. So we had already spoken about the fact that electrodes and leads are not the same thing. The electrode is the sensor. However, the lead is a combination of multiple sensors, and it's done internally inside the computer for the ECG machine, right? Fine. So we have a 12 lead. All right. Hold on. Pardon me. Right. Okay. So we have a 12 lead ECG, right? And we're going to go into what those leads are shortly. But you only have 10 electrodes, right? And we already went through a few of those. So you have left arm, left leg, right arm, right leg, right? And those are the limb electrodes. And then you have precordial electrodes. So precordium means basically around the heart, right? That's the same. That's the basic thing what it means, right? So basically we have some electrodes that we're going to put on the chest around the heart, and those are V1, V2, V3, V4, V5, and V6. Okay, and just briefly, the reason we're doing this is so that we can look at the heart in two planes, right? So if this is my heart, basically the limb electrodes look at the heart like side to side. So left arm, right leg, left leg, right? So they're looking at, you know, side to side, up, down, that type of thing. Whereas the precordial electrodes are kind of looking at the heart front to back. I wish I could, oh, I know how I could draw this. if I cut you in half, right, and I'm looking at your heart in your chest, what we're saying is the precorded electrode will be right here, right? So you're looking at the heart from front to back. Okay, so it basically gives you, it's just like when you're reading x-rays or something. When you have a two-dimensional view, or when you view a structure from two different planes that are perpendicular, you get more information than if you look through only one plane. When you look at a picture or an image or a structure just from one side, you can miss things that are like not in view. I know that explanation sounds ridiculous. I wish I could word it a little better, but I think you get what I mean, right? So let me summarize that. When you look at a structure in at least two perpendicular planes, you get more information about the structure. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so perhaps I should just write out what the leads are from now, right? So the leads are lead 1, 2, 3, AVL, AVF, AVR, and V1, V2, V3, V4, V5, V6. All right, so we're gonna get more into this, right, very shortly. Okay, so we spoke about the electrode placement on the limbs. Let's now speak about the electrode placement on the precordium, right?